Hello, my name's Jade and today we're going to be talking about Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Here's the thing, I didn't really like this. I'm pretty sure I gave it like a 4 out of 10. I read it for class, for the coursework we're doing. I had a lot of trouble actually reading it. It has that kind of like Victorian-esque denseness to it. It's only 200 pages long, so it's not actually that long. It's very sophisticated and very kind of like exclusive type style, and that made it hard for me to read. I had to binge read it and I read it 2 days straight, just sat down and read it. Another thing that made it even more difficult for me was the characters. I hated them so much. Never have I ever hated a group of characters so much, and I know that they're probably not important and that you're probably not supposed to like them that much. Like, to an extent it's like a comedy of manners type thing, but Oscar Wilde talks about them with praise and good things and just could not stand them. They were just so up themselves and so like la-di-da-di-da and the social class thing, and their lives were so boring. What did they do? Chrissy had said the same thing. Immediately after having finished the book, we both agreed that we hated the characters. Having read the novel and coming out, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I do this thing where I separate reading the book to my overall opinion of the book. Say I didn't necessarily enjoy reading the book, it doesn't mean I hate the book, because coming out of it I separate myself from the reading the book experience and I form my own views on the novel itself as like a piece. So I can appreciate what it stood for. I think the thing is that while I was reading it, I didn't get it, and like I get it more than what I did, but I'm still not 100% there. Like, I love this, I love what it, I do like what it stands for, and I like the debates it opens up. I think a lot of them are really interesting, but I can't say this is my fave. I don't understand it the way I understand the others, and I don't click with it the way I clicked with the others. You could pretty much say any other book that I've done for school and I could give you a list of things that it means and a list of things that I like about it and a list of things that the author done well. I can't do that for this, not like I can for the others. As I said, I read this for my coursework, and my particular focus of coursework is the descent into madness. I'm comparing the way Oscar Wilde used overstimulation to the way Charlotte Perkins Gilman used understimulation in the Yellow Wallpaper, and I'm finding that really interesting. I'm really liking this coursework that I'm doing. I'm not one of those people that need characters to cling to. I know a lot of people, if they can't stand the characters, then they're not gonna like the book. Normally there's not a lot that I need. Like if I don't go into writing, it'll be okay. There'll be other things I can turn to. If I don't like the characters, it's okay, I'll just pay attention to the plot. If I don't like the plot, it's okay, I'll pay attention to the characters. Or if I don't like anything, then normally the morals and that can get me through. But like nothing. It was a short story originally for a newspaper, and so to get it published you had to bulk it up, and so there's a lot of randomness and it's very slow at times, and they're just waffling on and 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 on. And there's that god forbidden chapter halfway through. If you've read it, you probably know the one I'm on about. Is it chapter 11? For years, Dorian Gray could not free himself from the influence of this book. Pretty sure it's this one. And it just goes on and 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 on about material things that he found and the stories behind them. And you're literally sat there like, I don't care. He did it to bulk up the book so we could get it published. When they speak, they often speak in like metaphors, and I can't remember the word right this second. It's like epigrams or something to that effect. Like a witty statement, I think it means. Oscar Wilde loves using them. So I was like writing down the conversation that they were having. It was Henry and Baswell, like the beginning. And I was like translating it, like the conversation they have. When you would translate it was like the silliest thing. Me and my friends rip Harry to shreds. We literally talk about this all the time, about how he literally just goes off on the most random tangents. Because in this conversation they were having, it was about how he put too much of himself in the picture. He literally went off on like a side thing about like marriage and how horrible of a husband he is, like fishing for compliments. I think it's safe to say he's my least favourite character. He's often portrayed as like the devil though, so I don't think he's not a good character. He's not moral, I think that's sure as he's to say. He's tempting Dorian, although I could not stand Dorian either, the spoilt little brat. There's also like supernatural elements in here. I mean, it's hinted towards like the devil and like temptation, but in terms of like, you know, magical realism as a genre, I wouldn't be proud putting this in the genre. I like the preface, that's probably my favourite thing about it, because I like the questions it makes us ask. I like the whole debate of can a book be moral or immoral? It's hard to say, because if there was a book where this guy went around killing dozens of innocent people, and the book was very much preaching that that's a good thing, you would instantly say that's an immoral book. That's not okay. It's not an okay thing to do. But that book is preaching its own opinions, which is what all books do, and surely you should give it a chance. Oh, does it not deserve the right, as all other books do, to have their say? Or Wilde said there's no moral or immoral book. Books are simply well written or badly written. I don't know. I go back and forth. It depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes I'll agree that there is no such thing as an immoral book. Sometimes I'll disagree. I struggled through the writing style, and I've struggled through writing styles from this time period before. It's not an uncommon thing, but most of the time I struggle through and I get to the end and I'm like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. It was bad at first, but I got to the end and I got used to it halfway through and it's fine. Everything's fine. There's just certain writing styles that you just don't work with. You just don't. It's not that you have anything against them intentionally. They just don't work for you. You can't click with them. You can't get into them the way you do other writing styles. This was one of them for me. I didn't like it. See, when I first read it as well, I was like, oh my god, Oscar Wilde, what kind of idiot was he? And like, now that I've studied him and stuff, he lived a pretty sad life and I feel sorry for him. He sounded like a somewhat decent guy, and I like the fact that he's kind of making fun of society. Aesthetic movement, that's another big one. Material possessions and like the settings and the furniture is a big thing, and like art is a big thing. That's another thing. Art is a big thing, and I'm not an art person. I don't know it well enough to be able to have an opinion on it. And so many people rave about it as well. So many people are just in love with it, and I don't see it. Happy with studying it, by all means. I'm not saying that I hate studying it. I just don't like the book necessarily. Okay. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. I don't know if there's anything else to say. Henry is the devil. To conclude, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Jade. I hope you have a super morning, afternoon, evening / night. My name's Jade. I hope I'll see you again next time. Goodbye. I did that so fast. Bye.